For the first time ever, I envy Americans. It must be difficult to enjoy yourself with all the school shootings, religious fanatics, and Dane Cook. But now, break out your Star-Spangled Banner because there's finally a reason to be patriotic, with the airing of the 10th series of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. For those of you that don't know, this is a riotously funny, narcissistic comedy about 5 friends running a bar in the arse end of Philadelphia. But I hesitate to call them friends. I can fairly confidently say that 3 of them like each other most of the time. I love this show. Every episode makes me laugh loudly at least once, but more than being funny, it's also unique in a very clever way. On average, 100% of sitcoms follow the Friends format. That is to say that there are 4 to 6 people who spend most of their time together, but their personalities are unique enough to make them interesting as a group, and they can overcome any obstacle as long as they remain close with... Sorry, I just couldn't take all the cliché. Generally, these sitcoms consider innovation to be changing the city or the female protagonist's level of sluttishness, whereas this show does something that's actually innovative. It makes all the characters twats. It defeats a weird idea that every show must have a relatable character leading it. However, since people are different, a relatable character has to take on so many personalities, they just end up being bland. So you can watch and laugh at these characters while simultaneously thankful that you don't know any of them in real life. It avoids further writing cliches by finding a very clever way of doing expositional dialogue. It just doesn't. The conversations feel real, or as real as it's possible to be in American TV. However, this shoots it in the foot a little bit, as my method of watching old shows is to binge watch in a short space of time. I'm such a role model. But after the first series, I wasn't sure who all the main characters' names were. But apart from this minor point, I feel like this is one of my favourite comedy shows possibly ever. With the 3rd and 4th series being excellent examples of what TV comedy should be, it has a very small number of side characters, and every one of them is interesting in an unpleasant but funny way. Oh, and I should point out that this show is a dark comedy. It derives most of its humour from bad people doing and saying bad things. I know this won't be a problem for all you internet kids with your lols and your YOLOs and your unnecessary threats of physical or sexual assault against usually female content creators with some degree of online presence, but maybe this isn't one for grandma to watch, okay? The 10th series is airing on FX in America, or has aired, God knows when this review will actually get released, and the first 9 series are available on certain streaming devices like Netflix UK, but this show doesn't air on UK TV. Because why air this when there are safe, unfunny American comedies to shit out? And Storage Hunters for some reason, but it's definitely worth watching. Not Storage Hunters, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I recommend it highly, and if my recommendation means nothing to you, then why the fuck are you watching this? What's wrong with you? Wasting my time.